Why does it look like they put the front end on inside out?
It's like the family truckster. They put a bumper on it with headlights and then said, we need more headlights.
No. I think they put a normal bumper on, but then it rolled into a storage rack when it was still in a molded clay form. And they were like, you know what? We don't have time to fix this.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pontiac executive. Welcome back to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today you join myself, a fan favorite Tom, and this 1967 Pontiac executive that's been sitting for 14 years and has a stuck motor. And today we're going to see if we can get this sucker up and running once again. All right, Tom, give us the rundown on this car. What is the story here?
I hauled it for a guy from Forest City, Iowa down to storage where he was going to work on it. It was his wife's grandfather's car.
Family heirloom car.
Yeah, it's another family heirloom.
Sat for a while.
14 years, I think.
And
the engine's stuck.
You took it to his place.
I took it to his place. He fiddled with it throughout the summer and couldn't get it freed up.
And now it's back here because somehow we've been tasked as the engine unseizing specialists.
Masters of unseizing.
Yes. I don't know if that's a public title we want to hold for very long, but we'll see. What do we got on the hood on this thing? 67. This is probably a 400, right?
I think so. There.
Oh, wow. All this tar.
And a little teeny two-barrel
carburetor.
Yeah, they did that. I don't know why.
Well, you don't want to get bad mileage in your, 19.5-foot car? That'd be a shame. Coming inside, we're pretty well loaded. We've got AC in here.
It's all complete and sealed up. I bet a guy could make it work.
Oh, wow. AC turns well. How many miles does this thing have on it?
92,000, I think.
Jesus. So, well, two things there. One, the motor should be nice and loose after 92,000 miles. You wouldn't imagine it's actually...
How could it be very stuck?
Yeah, I can't be that stuck, right? And two, it might need rebuilt anyway. Then again... We've kind of proven that sometimes doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, no.
Looks like the plug wires are already off and labeled. Our belts are off. Definitely evidence of someone having been in here somewhat recently. Did the brakes work on this thing?
Doesn't really feel like it. Pedal's awful hard.
Boy.
Hopefully it's not too big a deal.
While he's scraping those, let's go get a look at the inside. This is a kind of an interesting color package. Black car. That was like that, I swear. With a blue interior. This thing is just a big bruise.
Bruiser.
She ain't a cruiser, she's a bruiser. Oh, let's climb on inside and take a look. Put the visors back up. Nope, never mind. Okay, those get to stay down. Yep, both of them. Man, it's funny how they all smell the same. It smells just like my Bonneville. It's actually quite similar to my 68 Bonneville. This is all very similar. This is a little different. I think that's a little different. The HVAC does still have... Oh, it's just got high and low on the blower. Oh, it's arguably a much better HVAC control. Mine has the dial that slowly fills up after like 34 cranks to turn the whole temperature thing red or blue. This one just has a needle that goes flying back and forth in a quarter turn. Our interior's in pretty okay shape. A little evidence of mice. Okay, quite a bit of evidence of mice. There's a whole nest above us right there. And over there, and some, what I would say is water damage, but that's definitely piss damage. Steering wheel's coming apart a little bit. Seat's in good shape, though. Love to see that. And the rear seat's in pretty good shape, too. Oh, it's got the speed alarm.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, they got her set to 71. So someone was moving. You got any paperwork in here? It was less registered for 14 years ago, but God knows the last time it was actually, driven. It could have been another 15 years behind that if someone's just updating tags but never driving it. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, these are a new permanent addition to the channel. I'm getting rid of those blue ones. What do you think of my glasses?
Oh, those are nice. I'm kind of jealous. How come I don't get any of those?
Well, here, you try. They don't fit on my face because they're not the, they're the opposite shape of most heads.
There, how's that?
Looks pretty good.
Like a field cooler.
Oh, wait a minute. There's words in here. Barbara and Lester Thompson, Lake Mills, Iowa. Hell, this thing's from up north. I guess Tom did say Forest City, so that makes sense. That's actually somewhat near my original stomping grounds. What else we got in here? Oh, we got some tools and a sock. The old tool sock. You'll love to see it. Tire gauge. Oh, whoa, those are nice. True Craft, Japan. You know it's good. It's Japanese. Those are shiny. Look at this.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
I know, right?
Chrome plated? Do they have Junkyard Digs stamped on them?
No, they say Japan.
Japan?
Just about.
The good steel.
You know why their shit was so good, right?
Heat treated twice?
Yeah, you're damn right.
Well, those are nice.
I might have to put those in a Yamaha. So besides the pliers, nothing too crazy in there. We got keys for a trunk.
We do.
What year's that registration?
I think it expired in 12. Well, it's really clean.
There is exclusively one thing in here. An axe head.
Yeah.
That's been beat to hell.
Better than a human head that's been beat to hell.
This thing looks like it's 300 years old.
It does.
She's in good shape.
It's not bad.
Not a lot of rust. Really not a lot of rust in any of the car. Wow, look, it used to be actually black.
I'll bet a guy could polish that up and make it look pretty decent.
I suppose if we get it running and driving, maybe we hit it with a Comet wash at least.
At the minimum?
Yeah. All right, well, I suppose that's the end of our tour. Dive in on trying to make this thing spin.
I'm feeling really good about it.
That's a Pontiac. It'll run. Pull plugs, put a little oil down the cylinders.
He pulled the plugs and put some two-stroke oil down the cylinders, he said.
Sweet. So that's already done. So we can just dive right into getting this up into the air and pulling our inspection cover off and going for the flywheel.
Yeah, probably.
I suppose we could also put a breaker bar on the crank and see how stuck this thing really is.
What are we going to do if it just turns over?
Well, that's it for the holiday special. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh, yeah, it's not moving.
All right, well, time to go for the more extreme method of angular torque, and that is to get the sucker up in the air, get our inspection cover off, and get a pry bar on the starter ring on the flywheel. The classic Junkyard Digs unseize a GM method. Let's do it. All right, will the 900-year-old Ben Pack lift a 8 billion pound car?
I think it will. I think it will.
My numbers might be off a little too.
It might let out a couple of terrifying snapping and popping noises. There's one.
All right, scissor lifts, viable option, especially for wheels and tires and bodywork. I think I'm going to call Ben Pack and get him to send you a new scissor jack. This thing still works, still seems safe, but how old is that damn thing?
The shop I worked at when it was new, I left that shop in 1994, so it's
how long did you work?
92 maybe.
Holy shit. That thing's older than me.
Still gets the job done.
It still does. That's Ben Pack quality right there. Now, can we reach our cover?
Yeah.
We sure can. I thought this had headers on it for a second. It's just got a wild combination tube, which is rusted off right
Oh,
here.
sweet.
Yeah. Well, good time to put headers on it, I suppose.
Yeah, you know what you can't find? Exhaust for these things.
Oh, goody.
How about that muffler? That's not a problem, is it?
What muffler?
That is a wild
Holy shit. This thing backfired so hard, despite being rusty, still found a way to explode it like a grenade.
How's the floor pins look?
Pretty good, I think.
Lots of
That I'm looking
undercoating.
at, yeah, lots of undercoating, but under the undercoating,
Solid as a rock.
yeah, fantastic. Our covers on the side are probably the most rusty part of the car. The rest is, like, as good as my 98.
It actually really is.
Brakes might need a little help. We might be at the wrong shop for this job.
We might.
So if you guys have seen some videos of ours in the past, you know that GMs are our favorite cars to unstick because we can take this inspection cover off, Exhibit A.
There you go.
And when that is off, we can get to our, well, apparently like new looking torque converter.
Wow.
And more importantly, our starter ring. And then we can take a pry bar right here and go tooth by tooth. And that's a levered double fulcrum. So instead of putting, 800 pounds of force on the crank, we're putting a couple thousand back here. Now, if you're doing this yourselves, it's important to keep in mind that it's definitely a good idea to pull the plugs, get some oil down in the cylinders to help those rings free up. In our case today, the customer already did that. So our rings should be nice and saturated and should have actually been soaking for a while already, thankfully.
All summer, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Another thing that's a great idea is Tom and I have found out in person, probably not a bad idea to pull the valve covers and make sure all of your valve springs move, because like the inline 8 Buick that was stuck,
Unfortunate, yes.
it broke a rocker.
And turned 6 push rods into S shapes.
That's right. And we straightened all those out.
Welded the rocker, and I've driven it 1,500 miles since.
It's one of the most reliable starting
Quiet.
cars. Just because a motor's stuck does not mean it's dead by any means. On the other side of the coin, I've also unstuck motors that ran like a pile
no
of shit.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
they were worn out when they were parked. Oh, I've got the world's weirdest Y pipe in my way. I might be able to get a tooth or two, though. I'm pivoting them off the frame. Yeah, sometimes you can sneak them up in there.
Maybe if I get a smaller.
That's the tiniest bit of movement.
Just a... Oh! You want me to try to go back, or you want to keep going?
Let me try one more over here.
That's encouraging. Oh, yeah.
Easy. Easy. Barely stuck. You gotta be careful. You want to apply rotating force, not so much side load force or twisting force on the flex plate, because you can upset things. You just gotta keep it linear. One tooth at a time. Look at that. We got a good, decent amount of movement already. I don't think our pry bar would rotate anything on the end of the crank, but we are seeing movement back here. It's still very much dragging a piston through a bunch of rust right now. But it is moving. And by the way, I've had a lot of people send me those crank turning tools. I had like 4 of those cheap things, and even one somewhat arguably decent one show up in the mail. And one day I needed to just turn a non-stuck engine, so I'll try one. It folded in half and broke immediately.
I got one, it doesn't do anything.
Yep, so I tried 3 and they all just went dink, 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 just straight into the trash can. Thank you guys for sending us stuff, but as far as tools go, we have the tools we have for a reason. Oh, that's moving pretty good right there.
I feel like it's getting a little easier.
Yeah, get those pesky push rods out of the way.
Yeah.
Like how we know what to do, we just don't do
Yep.
it. Yep.
Better.
We have hammers and welders. It's fine. Do as we say, not as we do.
Yep.
One thing you can also do is if you have a working starter, which we might, but we don't know. If you get some free space built up by turning backwards, you can hit it with the starter and it'll back into the rut.
Back to the rust again.
And then you work it back and then
yeah.
And then
So
that's the quickest way. I've done that method with the starter on cars that really hit a hard spot.
I can see we've gone about that far.
Oh.
I can see
about 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. This is what we're talking about. We might be like actually good. Yeah, this is pretty smooth here. I think we might be getting into hit it with the starter territory already.
Alright, you've got a light.
Hit it. Seized motor my ass.
Interesting.
That was probably the easiest unsticking we've ever done.
I was concerned.
There you go, a couple pry bars and a little clearance underneath, which I've done this with floor jacks, you don't need a lift. But that right there is how you unstick a GM.
Video's over.
See you next time. I suppose now we put our cover back on, drop this down, and sand the points.
Works for me.
Well, that was easy. Now that we have a Pontiac that cranks again, our next task is to get one that has spark, which means we need to get that guy off and clean up a set of points. While Tom's dealing with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull spark plugs, because if they did fill all those cylinders with oil, they're probably all completely flooded out, and we have to clean all those. How they look?
Well, everything in there is clean.
Kind of same, honestly. I take it back. These are pretty rusty. I don't know if these are in the original holes, but
Yeah, who would know?
there's no oil on them, I'll tell you that. That one's got some. It's got some crud on it, too. Boy, it's been a little bit since we touched points, but it looks like these are new, too.
They do look pretty new, don't
So
they?
what Tom's gonna do is try to get into where we can't really see on camera, right up under there, and he's gonna try to get some sandpaper, and then we're gonna get in there and try to clean those up.
Alright, you want to hold that? I'll go crank.
Here, grandson, hold this.
Yeah,
And then you have an audible alarm to know if there's spark.
exactly.
All right, let's hope there's wires. I've cracks in it. Nothing. Also, the engine sounds like it has more compression now, which is interesting because there's less spark plugs.
Battery's already wearing out. Probably.
Yeah, or the ones over here on this side have
Are getting better.
get a little oil
Healing.
on the rings. Once those rings get some oil in them, they start to free up and snap back in the shape they're supposed to be. Engine really comes back to life. Some of that takes some heat cycles, so wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little work to get going.
Buick wouldn't even run.
Yeah, that's right. That car
Fire.
wouldn't even fire on that straight 8 until we put a little ATF down each cylinder and sealed those rings against the wall. Got a heat cycle into it, and the rings all went pop. And now it runs absolutely perfect.
It's just absolutely amazing how wonderful that engine runs.
If you're wondering what we keep referencing, there's a straight 8 Buick that Tom and I pulled out of a family shed of his that sat for like 40-something years.
Yeah, since the 80s.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Search Buick Revival on the channel. All right, Tom got tired of screwing around with those things, so he took them off the distributor
And they're yucky.
Yeah, as you can see, oh, they are super corroded.
Yeah.
Here's a piece of body sandpaper. Just happens to be some lying around, you know.
Don't know why that'd be.
I have no idea. By the way, for those asking, yes, we are working on the GTO, but this is a full restoration, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time. Tom has been busy. Look at that beautiful Ames Performance steel. This is just hanging on here, right?
Yep, just sitting there.
For a first fit, that is really good. If it impresses this guy, it's good stuff.
I don't know if we'll get these cleaned up enough to work.
There we go. That's what we're looking for. No more white corrody shit.
Look better?
Yeah. Should we test them before we put them in?
Why not?
I don't want to do this 3 times personally.
Apparently.
What Tom's doing is testing continuity between this arm and anything else on the frame, because this arm is isolated and connects at the contacts, and they seem to be working. So
Seems like it's working.
as long as we have power to the coil, we should have spark. Let's throw them back in and see if we got lightning. All right, let's give her a try. Good chance we have to do this a couple times as we get all the shit off the points and they kind of redust each time.
Clear?
Yep. Oh yeah. Good spark. So that's working. It seems our cylinders aren't full of oil because I don't see it spraying up all over the car.
Yeah. He didn't put very much oil in, did he?
There's a chance it worked down past the rings over the summer.
I suppose, yeah.
The next thing on our list is to get some spark plugs that work. You don't happen to have any big Pontiac plugs sitting around, do you?
Well, I got a couple dead Pontiac motors in the corner, and I got some heads upstairs.
You got a wire wheel?
I got a wire wheel.
Maybe we can bring these back to life. Let's find out. All right, I think that'll do. What do you think? Good as new?
Better than new.
I can't.
They're broke in.
I can't wait for the customer's bill to reflect new plugs. I bet this thing just about lights right off once we hit it with some spray. I got a good feeling about this motor. If there's anything that'll stop it at 90,000 miles, it's probably going to be
Cam lobe wiped off.
Cam lobe wiped off.
Pretty common in the Pontiacs. Hopefully this was owned by somebody that cared enough to keep changing oil, because I think that's what killed most of these.
Just people quit doing oil
Yeah,
changes.
nearly 100,000 miles they ain't spending any money on. I had some great uncles, my grandma brothers. They worked for the railroad. They bought farmland. They were pretty well off. They bought Lincolns new all the time, and they just drive them 30,000 miles and trade them off. They never changed oil. They just said, well, let the next guy change the oil.
So it's like original break-in oil?
As far as I know, the only one that ever had an engine failure was Paul was coming back from Arizona and his car blew up, so he just traded it off on the way back home. So imagine buying a 30,000 mile Lincoln, all excited to have this new low mileage car. And you know the engine was completely shot.
Completely junked. I've always thought it was weird that, and maybe they did back then, but I've never seen much documentation to prove it. But like when we build a motor, there's 5 oil changes before 1,000 miles.
Oh, geez, yeah.
It's one of the most expensive damn parts.
You run it.
It feels so wasteful. You do your cam brake in, and then
you run the cam in, and then you change that oil.
Change
and
the
then
oil.
you drive it 500 miles, and you change that oil.
Hell, I do it at like 100. It's usually our first one because of all those microscopic bits of metal coming off the cylinder walls from the rings. It's smaller than what the filter can catch, so you do a ton of oil changes up front, which is a cost no one accounts for. This has a return fuel filter like a Chrysler up on top of it.
Really?
And what looks almost like an original hardline.
Well, yeah.
Why wouldn't they return at the pump like all the others? Also, really weird AC bracket, like cast aluminum. Usually they're a big, stupid cast iron thing, but look at that guy.
I don't think I've ever seen one just like that.
I've definitely never seen one like that. I wonder if it has more clearance, and I wonder if that's something I should be looking for clearing my nice Butler valve covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here's the goofy fuel filter with the hardline return line.
That is weird because the 67 GTO with AC came with a return line on the pump.
On the pump, yeah, just like all the other GMs.
That was our fix for vapor locking back in the day.
Yep.
No matter what we had.
Oh, God. I didn't even think of the fuel tank in this.
Oh, yeah. And it sounds like it's got fuel in it, too.
Oh, no. Yeah, we should probably pop our fuel line off and start catching stuff.
Wow, yeah.
Pretty bad?
Just smell the cap.
I'll let them smell it.
I can't.
Tell me in the comments, how's it smell?
Smell-o-vision. Nice.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
Oof. I can't smell anything, and I can smell it. We'll just push this back.
Yeah, I think that's the good idea.
I'll have to talk to the customer and see how far he wants us to go.
Yeah, that's a problem for later time, Kevin. Here's a bottle for catching our fuel that comes out of the pump. If fuel comes out of the pump, we have to be mindful, because I imagine whatever comes out of there is the same color as Northeast.
Same color as Northeast? I worked for an old man, the same guy that always said, "What do you want, Tommy? Eggs in your beer?" And he'd put lacquer thinner in his bubble up bottle. And then sooner or later, he'd grab that bottle and take a big old chug of lacquer thinner. Oh, yuck, that was lacquer thinner.
What the hell's a bubble up bottle? Not to be young here, but that's the part I was stuck on.
They don't make bubble up anymore?
Oh, is that a brand of drink?
It's a pop, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
He put his whiskey in it sometimes.
And lacquer thinner.
And lacquer thinner. There were some times in the early afternoon he'd be tripping over shadows. He'd be drunk. I guess
that was the lacquer thinner
all
day.
old, maybe.
We've got our fuel plumbed into a bottle in case anything comes out. It doesn't go into our carb. And we're ready to crank this.
Have we checked to see if it actually has any oil in it? Looks like oil.
Kind of. It feels like oil. It's still slippery. It should be fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you got 30,000 miles on that, I've heard.
Well, yeah, apparently you could back in the day.
I'll run throttle, you run key.
Okay.
Now, I don't have any of our accessories hooked up, so visually there's not going to be a lot going on. It's more of a auditory experience.
Ready?
I think the accelerator pump works.
Isn't that crazy?
So there's fuel in here. That's probably good. Soak her down. Alright, let me check for spark again, make sure points aren't angry. There's a good chance. Okay. Yeah, we got no spark. Damn, points got angry again. It's pretty typical. They get crap on them after kind of jumping together for a little bit. They'll build up some dust and powder from their carbon contact points and just gotta wipe them down. All right, I've played with her points a little more. Seems to have good spark. Let's see if she'll pop off. Go for it, sir. I heard of the boom. No.
Nothing?
Nothing. What the hell? It was totally fine when I took it apart. Okay, play with our dwell a little bit. Got a little bluer spark out of it. Maybe it'll hold this time. Go for it, sir.
It does look about like grain belt northeast.
Oh, is there fuel coming out? There's some water in it.
Imagine that.
Once again, let's check spark because I think we lost it. Go ahead. Oh, no, we still got it this time.
Oh.
And we also have fuel spraying all over the intake from this filter.
Oh, probably want to take care of that.
Yeah, saturated fuel and checking for spark don't usually go together well. What's our output from the pump look like? Look at that. That's actually got some water in it. Water, and then the rust and crap is floating on top of the water. It does look, unfortunately, close to northeaster grain belt. This may become problematic.
Don't drink it.
Yeah.
Don't drink it. That hose isn't brittle at all.
No, that's still good. All right, get that replumbed so it's not making a big mess, and we'll try her again. All right, fuel leak is accounted for. We put a battery charger on for a few extra amps, and it looks like she's still holding spark, so let's try it again. Go ahead, sir. Oh, shit! The fuel hose came out of the bottle.
Right out.
Immediately. Okay, so the fuel leak is bigger. Go ahead.
You think we lost spark again?
We may have lost spark again. I'm gonna have to be careful about this. I'll test it, but way over there. Go ahead. Okay, we still got it. I do need to empty our rust jug though. Oh man, this fuel system is something else. Perfectly emulsified rust. That's incredible. Looks like apple cider.
Let's get the northeast for comparison.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's almost identical.
That's
I
incredible.
think we should put the lid on and stick that in the pop cooler and see who gets it. Russian roulette with beer.
Oh, no. Except for we're all losers because it's northeast.
The northeast is amazing beer.
Yeah, we'll see what you think about that when you get this one. Alright, we need a better catch solution for this clearly functional fuel system, despite being just rust. We should set this somewhere and let it separate.
Well, yeah, we could. Yeah. We'll get another
Hang on. No, we need to set this somewhere we will never mistake it for a beer.
No,
and let it separate. Stay. Alright, now our fuel situation is taken care of. Facing into a 5-gallon bucket of old gas, so that should do it.
Give her heck.
Not on all 8, but she's running. Sounds like there's about negative 1,000 timing. Yeah. She sounds like she's running on about 4.
Yeah, it's not 8.
But it did run.
We made smoke.
We made smoke and noise and plenty of rotation. Boy, she put out a lot of fuel.
Yummy looking stuff too.
Oh yeah, only the best. I wonder if our fuel injector was far enough down in that it was just spraying down one leg, which only feeds that bank. Let me see if I can fill the bowl a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Huh, that was weird. Go ahead. That's weird. It fires strong
and then fades out.
And then fades out time and time again, no matter what I do.
But yeah, I do think you were getting more cylinders.
It was definitely all 8, and then it was none slowly each time. Alright, as you can see, we've taken a couple minutes here, and we're setting up a fuel system. We've got some, believe it or not, snowmobile fuel line run into a bucket over here. So, and then that's running to our pump, which we do know works really well on this car. Still don't really know what's going on with the fact that it runs for a second and then fades out. Our working theories are somehow someone's adjusted the valves wrong, or maybe more likely the valve guides are a little sticky and they're starting to hang after running for a second. Slowly work this thing into where it's oiling the top end and whatnot and get those moving. If we can't get it to do that within a couple tries, we'll pull the valve covers and start manually oiling everything and inspecting stuff. Guides were sticking.
It must have been.
And they just wanted to cool down and oil a little.
Butter.
Say what?
It's as smooth as butter.
My God, it really is. That is a good solid 8 cylinders. With a bump. It does sound like an angry diesel slug machine. That for a seized motor.
We should probably get alternator water pump.
Water pump eventually. I don't think we're gonna get too hot this quick.
It makes a bad sound.
It's kind of noisy. The top end. It sounds like top end, I think. The exhaust sounds nice though. It does have an oil pressure light. It does sound like a bit of top end noise, I think. It is quite fast. It's kind of crank cadence because your valve train does half the rotational speed. That's pretty fast. Indeed. It doesn't clatter or rattle when we rev it, so it doesn't sound so much like a rod bearing.
We could pull a valve cover off and see if it's oiling up here yet. It could be several rockers all rattling.
That's probably not a bad idea. Well, there you go. That's a 400 Pontiac that's gone from seized to running in like an hour and a half. You know, over the years, I read a lot of the comments you guys leave down below, and I've seen one come up quite often that's caught me by surprise from the beginning and then has caught me by surprise again how many times I see this comment or this theme of a comment relayed down in our comment section. The comment I'm talking about here is usually something along the lines of, hey, I, viewer, have been having a rough time lately, and I've really enjoyed the videos that you guys made, and they helped me through a rough time. Thank you guys for letting us know that what we're doing is helping you with your everyday lives, and I hope all of you guys that have said that before are doing great. If watching Junkyard Digs is working for you, awesome, keep it up. But if you need help, don't be afraid to ask someone for help. Being a man is all big and tough and all, but a real man asks someone for help. Now this can be a friend, a family member, an in-person therapist, or an online therapist such as the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. These guys are a brand I've known about for years, and I specifically tracked them down and asked them to sponsor a Junkyard Digs video, and they said yes. And the reason I've done this is because I know for every one of those guys out there in the comments saying they're having a rough time and that our videos are helping, there's probably 2 more that aren't brave enough to say something or haven't realized that they need to ask for help yet. This one's for you guys. I want to make you aware that BetterHelp is a program that helps you virtually. You don't actually have to take time off work and go in and whatever. They're there to help you on the regular parts of your day, all from your phone. And since they're sponsoring this video, you guys are getting a discount for being loyal Junkyard Digs viewers. It's all coming together now, huh? Getting set up with BetterHelp is super simple. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire, and they will take their decade of experience in matching clients with therapists, and they will take your preferences as a client and match it with the therapist's clinical experiences, and you guys will be able to start working through things. And if you don't like that therapist, you can simply switch to another one with BetterHelp for free. It's okay to try a couple people until you find a therapist that clicks with you and can help you. Whether you've been dealing with something for a while or you're just having a little rough stint or there's some family stuff going on, I'm here rooting for you, but I can't answer 1,000 phone calls. These guys can. And like I mentioned before, since you guys are viewers of the channel, we're hooking you up with 10% off. All you have to do is click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/junkyard to get 10% off your first month of therapy. And remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. All right, we're back from lunch. This has had at least an hour to cool down, probably more.
Yeah.
Spin her over and see if she still makes noise. We're theorizing like a wrist pin or something that's a little sticky. I think we're going to hear it gain noise as it warms up again.
Like before.
Or it'll go away forever.
Ready?
Yep. Say that's valve train speed, dude. Boy, those valves seem to be sealing perfect though, because that thing is crisp.
I mean,
and smooth.
So smooth.
It's not as loud as it was.
No, it's weird.
All right, well. From here, I think our best move is to hook up a mechanical oil pressure gauge, get an idea for what kind of oil pressure we have. Clearly, we think we have some now because the motor seems to be healing. So, I don't know. Also, we need to get our belts on. So, maybe gauge and belts all at once. All set?
I think so.
We got ourselves an oil gauge and
water
belts. Pump? Yeah, water pump and even an alternator. So, good news, little Mr. Battery. You get to get charged.
Are we ready?
I think so. Place your bets.
Please.
or your prayers. I'm saying 45-50. That could be better. 20.
So good, yeah.
Oh wait, no. 40.
40?
Yeah, 42. It said 20 when it was started. I don't know what that was about. Up to 50. Yeah, keep holding that. It's too noisy. I don't hear anything now.
No. Maybe a little flat rocker noise. Click, click, click. But it's peeling.
I was gonna say, oh no, it fixed itself. Bummer. Yes, this is what all the thoughts and prayers you sent. This is what happens.
I want to see if it's got brake pedal. The pedal's been hard as a rock.
We made it run so quick and easy, it's time to get into the shit that we hate. Brakes. Oh, is it seized? It's rock hard? Yeah, I'm watching the master move forward. Well, that was an easy repair. We did nothing.
I wish my hot rods had throttle response like that.
That is so snappy. Maybe we don't fix the exhaust. Silence Picasso. Low idling at 35 psi. That's just fine.
Yeah.
I've gone a lot further on a lot less, so I'm not even slightly worried about this. Give it an oil change and call the engine fixed forever?
Yeah.
Works for me. Boy, there's an extreme example of what happens when you turn off a hot carbureted engine. It boils the fuel and then it floods out. And I mean, look at that. It's rolling the vapor out of that thing.
This is 91 octane non-ethanol.
Should we do an oil change on it?
Okay.
And then we can get into our favorite thing.
Brakes.
Brakes.
Angus!
Ooh, boy. That's not a little.
That's not a little at all.
That's quite the amount of oil on the
Kind
floor.
of a lot.
Is it a rear main? I mean, I do see oil coming out of that inspection
Oh no,
cover.
it's the junk valve cover job.
Is it coming down the side?
I think so. It's coming all the way down. Oh yeah.
Well, that's
It's the
good.
valve cover.
That's something we can fix. That's easy. And also,
I wonder if he didn't even tighten the nuts. I wonder
probably
if he just
dies.
stuck
Probably
them
just
on
sitting there. Well, that's good. We can fix that. And also, the top end seems to be oiling well. All right, let's see what we got for oil.
It just kind of looks like a diesel oil.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It's fine.
Let's
Just
put
fine.
it back.
Yeah. Today we're going with some classic 1040 and some STP for our extra zinc additive. Got our old 51 258 wicks filled up and ready to go, sir. Here we are. She's topped off.
I like topping off the oil. Builds pressure faster. I worked with a guy who'd drain his oil and pull his filter, and then he'd let it run for a minute with no oil in it so he could get all the oil out.
What?
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
Exactly what I told him. Ford Ranger, he drained all the oil and fired up and let it run. I'm like, what are you doing?
Run?
It blew up twice.
You're kidding.
I know.
Were these all other body men?
Yes, but he was a body man, yes.
I'm telling you, you're the only body man I've ever met that also works on engines and understands the mechanical side of stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I thought these tires were really old. These are Kumos.
Are they really?
These are just white wall Kumos. These are probably new enough to have a date stamp on them. Looks like they put fronts on. Yep. This one doesn't match. This is an Arriva.
2904?
The 29th week of 2004?
Well, yeah, because that plate expired in 12. Yeah, so
That
it's the
makes sense.
29th week of 2004.
I think we could safely say this has sat 20 years. It'd take at least that to stick it. To stick the
Well,
motor.
I know it.
Oh boy. She's gonna be
Well, it's
real.
not real round anymore,
This
is
is
it?
gonna be real smooth going down the road.
Ooh, yikes. I'm glad this tire's on the back. Holy hell.
Oh shit. Well, we've run into a fun little debacle. We've realized we can't put the new oil in. It's just gonna run right out. So I guess we gotta fix the valve covers first.
Why? Might have to use some red RTV.
No.
No gasket
Jesus.
at all.
92,000 and it's that clean inside?
This got oil changes.
I'd say that thing looks magnificent.
I wonder if it's been rebuilt.
I'm not seeing anything. As greasy as this thing is, I don't think it's been touched. And all this is all still here.
I don't either. All right, that stuff's never still around.
I think we're the first ones into this motor. All right, well, let's see if we can find ourselves some gaskets.
I feel like I should have something.
You have Pontiac gaskets?
Yeah, imagine that.
Why in the world?
No
would you
Pontiacs around.
have- Not a damn one.
No Pontiacs.
All right, we got our motor full of fresh oil. Got new RTV gasket in place on that valve cover. At least they made it easy, right?
Right. There.
Perfect. Oh, you're telling me we should wash it at the end.
I think we should. All the paint, near as I can tell, looks original except the left quarter panel.
Left quarter's been done.
It looks kind of like there's some body work done here. See how it's kind of wavy and Molding
Yeah.
doesn't fit just right.
The reflections are a little goofy.
Definitely has had some mud work. If you come here and look down that way, you can see a big pucker right here.
Oh, yeah. Car still ought to clean up pretty good, though.
Oh yeah, it'll look great. You can cruise down the road in the big bruise.
Bruise down the road.
It's a bruiser. It's a bruiser. Yep.
Big
Wanna
old
go for a
black.
bruise?
All right, we've gone and scavenged the parts pile and found the master cylinder I put on the Bonneville once upon a time. Now that our RTV is set up, should we fire it up and see what our oil pressure is?
See what we got now?
I say, yeah.
It's gonna be whisper quiet with fresh oil.
Oh, yeah. Well, not at first. It might be quite the opposite for a second or two. All right. There we go. Shy of 50.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, that's real good. I don't know if it's fixed.
It's different.
How's that for a seized motor?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there ain't no reason a motor that's stuck and sitting can't run just fine again. And look, we're still building 40 PSI right on the nose. Cool, well that's fixed.
I'll find a fan. I'm sure I got a fan so we can cool her down and we'll get some brakes. We could see if it's got forward and reverse gear.
Now it's dead silent. There's reverse. Wait, do you have brakes?
I do have some brakes.
What?
Yes.
Ow.
I don't know, but I have brakes.
You have a lot of
I
brakes.
have brakes.
Why is the pedal so rock hard?
I don't know, but
Is it still like that?
It might be that some don't work and some do.
It could be that the wheel cylinder's stuck, but boy, it kind of looked like they all worked. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Tom has put a fan on the car so now it can cool itself. And I have used an old Arctic Cat fuel pump from a snowmobile to create a clicky-clacky pump so we can drain the fuel tank. It seems to move fuel excellently.
It's pulling fuel.
So we don't have any restrictions in our tank or lines. The fuel system might be just fine.
That Rochester isn't going to pull fuel faster than this is.
Oh, I forgot about this. Now don't get them mixed up.
Fresh Northeast, executive gas. Yeah, hit the executive gas is redder.
But only just. Isn't that the guy? Oh. He was paying attention.
Oh, that's lacquer tinner.
This has separated a bit. As you can see, there's some shit in the bottom. Alright, we've only made a couple small messes, but we're finally getting some bubbles out of this thing after about 13 gallons. In the meantime, Tom has reinstalled our pressure transducer for the oil light, which you may notice is in my hand, and that's because Tom has also uninstalled it and is now trying a different one, because this one is no good. Alright, fuel debacle's done. New transducer pressure McGee switch is in. Light or no light? You win, you always win.
Now. Yep, alright, cool.
Well, with that, I think we're to the point of putting gas in this thing and throwing a fuel filter on the inline section that needs replaced. Oh yeah, I don't know if I pointed this out. What we thought was the fuel filter on top. This unit is not a fuel filter, a vapor diverter. Interesting.
I bet you can get one of those at O'Reilly's.
Yes, for sure. All right, well, I suppose that's probably a good cutoff point for tonight.
It is quitting time.
It is quitting time.
Beer 30.
Yes, time to have a beer about it. That does lead me into a good segue before we cut for the night. 1 second, I gotta go get something from the truck. Actually, before I go, do you need a beer?
No, not that
one.
Nice try.
Damn it, I'll get him. So Tom, clearly a fan of banners in his shop, as are most people that have a shop. Always fun to hang a banner. So recently we've become inspired, and we would like to announce a whole new line of products That's upside down. Available on junkyarddigs.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Junkyard Digs banners. And oh boy, we opened the right one the first time. Check it out. Have a beer about it. You guys can now hang one of these on your own shop wall.
That's cool.
I love these. These came out so good. We've got a number of these. They're going to be available on the website.
Oh, yeah.
They come in a large size and small. There's a smaller, I don't know if it's fixed, but it's different. A classic to have in any shop space, thus ensuring that whatever you may attempt to fix will definitely resolve the issue that you were initially chasing.
Fan of white. How many are there here?
There's a number. And just in case anyone wants to buy more than one at a time, we're also announcing free shipping on the website for anything over $89.
That one's gay.
There's a smaller Have a Beer About It. So yeah, if you guys want to get your hands on any of these, head over to junkyarddigs.com where you can check out all our shirts, hats, koozies, stickers, and now banners.
Whoa.
And just like I said, anything above $89 will receive free shipping. Our gift to you, giving back to the people that have helped make all of this possible. How about that, sucker?
That's cool.
We're gonna need a few more of these. That, I think we'll cut for the night, and we'll be back in the morning to put some fresh gas in the Executive, get all of our brakes and everything working, and get this sucker moving for the first time in 20-something
I
years.
say go kill bugs, but there aren't very many bugs there.
Yeah. All right, see you in the morning. I actually got it for once. Little bottle feeding this morning.
Yep.
We've got 10 fresh gallons of gas going into the back of the Executive. And up front, we've got everything back together. A couple pieces of wire in place so we don't eat our radiator. And some new fuel line with a filter hiding down in there. There it is. Hello. So that should be everything we need to protect our fuel system from the crap that's coming through. What do you think, 2, 3 pumps?
Let's do one first, see what happens.
Ooh, you're confident. I don't know if it would have done that yesterday. Although the choke should go closed now, so there's a chance.
I was going to say, the big problem with this one is it's flooded the instant you shut it off.
Oh, that's true. Our fuel line isn't tight. This guy's still loose.
Oh, I never tightened it. Take 2.
Beautiful. There we go.
What was that?
I said that chokester likes to hang. We might have to adjust that.
You're going to have to change that.
Even if we just turn the high idle down. You need a hose clamp, sir?
Do you have $499 by chance?
I sure do. Turns out you can go online and buy 3 of these hose clamps in bulk for 70 cents a piece instead of $1.10. I can't wait to be out of these by next July. All right, we've come to a pivotal moment. At this point, we've decided the car potentially runs and drives, but there are still a few things we want to go through. We got some exhaust repair to do. We want to still take the brakes apart and look at them despite them working. They don't exactly feel right, but we think we have this thing to a point where we can hop in it and try to transfer it from Tom's place to my shop. Now we got about, what, 8 miles to go?
Yeah, nothing to it. We can push it that far.
You must be feeling strong today.
I was going to steer. You can push.
Oh. Might need a little trans fluid after all.
You might need some trans fluid. It's coming in and out. I'll pull back in.
Oh, that works great now. Huh. It just flood out?
I think so. Or it ran out of gas.
I doubt that one.
Yeah, there's nothing on the stick.
I heard our carburetor hissing like it was working harder or something changed, and then suddenly she floods out. So
You aren't
either
even going to make it out of the shop? Come on.
maybe we need to play with our idle jets,
Maybe.
or just tap the bowl. Implemented bashing device. Consider yourself repaired. God damn it! Try that. Yeah, that seems to be fixed.
Perfect.
All right, let's try it again. That seems better.
Smooth like butter.
You got brakes?
I do have brakes.
You have front brakes. And just front brakes. Surprisingly quiet in here.
Oh, I see.
Immediately stuck. Boy, could you imagine driving this in the winter back in the day? Maybe that's why it's so clean, is it was so bad.
I used to drive a 71 Catalina about like that to the John Deere implement where I worked, and I stopped once and opened the door to see how deep it was, and the door was pushing snow, and I just put it in drive and kept going. Got to work, and my coworker that had a four-wheel drive square body Chevy called in and said he couldn't make it, and the boss was laughing at him because Tom made it in his Pontiac and your four-wheel drive can't make it. Next day my buddy says, Tom, when it snows that much, you call in.
Oh, he didn't try.
No.
How bad do you think
Second
the tires
gear,
are?
just hit second. Oh, it's kind of wobbly.
A little wobbly.
Third gear, got 3 gears.
Hell yeah. It's nice and quiet in here.
It's really not terrible. I'm a little disappointed. This is too easy.
We saw how unround these tires were.
Yeah.
This is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
That Pontiac suspension is superior.
Give him the option.
Oh, fire went out.
Uh-oh. Good to go.
Nothing to it.
That's pretty good for a 2-barrel. Forget that part. Well, I don't smell anything particularly
It doesn't
on fire.
smell peculiar. You'd think it'd smell terrible.
Yeah. Does the odometer work? Yes, it does.
It is saying 25 right now.
Clock work? No. Oh,
No way. I'll be mad if it does.
It's seized. We got the engine unstick, but we can't get the clock to spin.
No, I'm an engine breaker, not a clock maker.
What do you think inside means?
Maybe it turns the ball chillers on.
The off normal inside defog de-ice. Oh, this is some kind of potentially automatic
I
climate
kind of
control.
wonder, because this also got this thing. I wondered if that was a temp sensor.
That's
of
definitely
some
a temp
sort.
sensor. Yeah. And there's no AC button, and it is an AC car.
Oh,
So
right.
that's unfortunate. Suppose that's what you get with the executive, an HVAC system that probably doesn't work anymore.
A little too fancy,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, this thing's great. Gravel travel car.
Yeah.
Load it with all your friends and head down the back
Yeah,
roads.
7 of your best friends and haul ass. 40, 45, 50, 55.
Boy, it'd be faster if that needle didn't weigh so
60.
much.
Yeah.
Like slowing us down.
Do you think the alarm works?
No, maybe. No, looks like no. It does. It does wreak hell on the needle speed, though.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, this thing rides like a cloud.
For how bad those are, seeing that we looked at how cracked the rears are and how out around the fronts are, I've definitely spent time on cars with new tires and had worse rides than this.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
right.
insulting.
So this was stuck 24 hours ago.
Yep. And we've not put too much effort into it. Whoever drove it had some real abrasive fingers.
Well, yeah, same under the volume control.
Yeah, like turning the radio on, slipping past.
And you can about tell what his 2 favorite presets were.
Yep, you sure could. It's shaking a little more now.
It's shaking more, yes.
I think our tires are probably finally breaking bands and
They're
coming apart.
probably-
With the exception of tires and the fact that the back brakes probably don't do anything, we could just about deliver this car. There you go, you're done. We made the engine spin. Have fun. Oh yeah, she's starting to shake real good in the rear now.
It's, yeah, we're going to
losing.
make it, I think.
Yep. We've proven this before, that we can limp this tire at least 3 miles. We'll be fine.
Oh, well, there's back. I was going to say it went away. That's never a good sign.
I suppose we answered that. These tires were good for about this far.
Yep, I wouldn't want to go too much further.
I don't think we get to even make that choice. Sorry. I would like to go a little further. I'd like to go the rest of the way to the shop.
Another
but
mile would be good.
after that, no. I think the tire said, "You're done. Stop spinning me. I hate this. Get me out of here."
Carburetor repair job failed.
Did it flood out again?
Yep.
Dang it. Well, we might have to give a little attention to it, I suppose. Ta-da! 8 miles successfully done.
Yeah, no
Not bad.
complaints.
Not bad at all. All right, let's get this sucker up in the air and see what we're dealing with.
Oh boy.
All right, here we are underneath, giving everything an inspection. Our exhaust barely made it here.
It did make it.
It did make it though. Floor pans look good. Muffler does not look good. She could use some cleaning underneath, but we're not gonna do all that because this is a customer car and the guy's paying Tom to do this. So we're gonna try to keep our bill as small as possible, but put this thing back on the road as quick as we can. Oh boy, trans mount is actively leaving the chat. So exhaust work and probably rear brake cylinders.
Yeah, I don't think rear brakes were working, were they?
I don't believe so.
At all.
Oh, and tires. We need tires as well. Sweet. Well, let's dig into the sucker and see what we can find. What's the damage? Just the, shoes
Drum's
aren't
not
bad.
terrible. Shoes look fine.
Someone's been
Hardware
in
kits
here.
are decent.
Yeah, these are all still spring or duh.
Still color.
I think someone went through the brakes before this got parked. Boy, those are some pads.
I mean,
Look at the shoe on this thing.
oh yeah.
Holy hell.
The grease even looks green, yeah.
Okay, this car was cared for and then parked in a barn.
Yeah, because
guess.
I mean that grease is still whatever color, about whatever color it was.
I was kidding. These wheel cylinders don't look particularly bad, but every time I've ever said that, I pulled them apart and they're full of corroded crap.
Yeah, it's been sitting and
Yeah,
sucking moisture in.
And we have new ones.
Yeah.
And we ordered new hoses, so
Just as well do it.
Pull
And
them
the
apart.
hardware kit on this one looks really nice too.
yeah, someone definitely went through the brakes on this car. Well, that makes our job easy.
Yes, it do.
We charge the guy for all the parts as if
Absolutely.
they're new, right?
He's
Okay,
screwed.
good. Yep. Do you remember what we were working on?
Working on what?
I assume the car in the lift, but I don't remember why it's here.
I don't either. We must be gonna fix something.
All right, welcome back. Presumably, last time we were on camera, I said we'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. Regardless, it's been 2 weeks.
It's not tomorrow anymore.
I think this was going to be our Christmas special, and it's most the way through January at this point.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Regardless, I do see that we've acquired a pile of parts, so from the looks of it, we were planning to do radiator hoses, brake hoses, wheel cylinders, and then there's a carb kit and belts.
And you got these from some garage sale or something? This is the same vintage as the car.
That was in the O'Reilly's box. What the hell? This doesn't even have a website on it.
It's really old.
I guess we got the last one in existence for
I
those.
think O'Reilly's is buying stuff on eBay and putting it in a box.
Since we're just doing wheel cylinders, we don't have to take our shoes and everything off. We just need to take our upper springs off. As you can see, I've got the rears done. Tom's battling with the fronts right now. Once that's out of the way, we just spread the shoes, and there's our wheel cylinder ready to remove. I will clean up the star wheels and these guys as well. Yeah, look how corroded those are. Honestly, I can't believe these brakes worked. But yeah, I'll get that wheel cylinder unbolted. We'll check our line quality and everything and start replacing stuff. All right, survey's in. Here's our rear wheel cylinder. It's not very good. There's a lot of pitting on the inside. So no wonder that didn't work. Even if it did, it would have been leaking soon. So wheel cylinders are easy to do. All the other hardware is usually fine. There we go. Well, these ones work surprisingly.
Yeah.
A little wet inside though. They were going to be a problem. All right, clean everything up and get some new ones in there. All right, there we go. New wheel cylinders in place. Our star wheel moves freely. That's all cleaned up, good to go. Our hardware's back in place. This corner is done. Took me about, 5-8 minutes to do. They're real easy. No excuse to have bad brakes in your car. How's it going up here?
Super fantastic.
The spindle's in the way on front drum cars of this era. It's kind of annoying.
It's cool.
It's very fun. Tom's favorite. Wait till
Everything's my favorite.
you're gonna hate it when I tell you this is upside down.
Oh yeah, but you can. Can't I flip it around? Oh, I can't. Dang. Cool. There. What do you want? Eggs in your beer?
With that, I will re-grease some bearings, check our wheel seals, and put everything back together.
We're having fun now.
All right, there we go. New wheel cylinders on every corner and new brake hoses up front. Pretty much necessary when you're working on these old cars. As you can see, Tom is up under here. He's pulling out our rear junction block and brake hose for the rear. Not only are these old hoses a threat because they get cracked up like this and they have the ability to, explode at any second and then you lose your brakes, but they also swell internally. And what they'll do is act as a one-way valve. You hop in, you hit the brakes, suddenly all your brakes are hanging. You come out the next day, they work again for about 3 pedal strokes, then they're hanging. And that's this guy letting fluid through into the wheel cylinder at, 1,000, 2,000 PSI, and then it's trying to return at 1 PSI, and it can't. In fact, if I cut this open, let's get a look. There we go. Again, this one moved fluid, miraculously, but you can see how that center rubber layer is wider than all the others. This one was still okay, but she was on her way out. All right, let's get some lines bent up for the rear. To do that, we're going to talk about some trick tools that you get to use today, Tom.
Awesome tools.
All right, fancy brake tools that are super affordable. We reference these and a whole bunch of tools all the time on the channel, and people are always emailing me or messaging me saying, hey, do you have the links to such and such? It's in the video description. It's in almost every video down in the description. It's got the whole list of tools. Even the ones we don't talk about, all the stuff that I love to use on the channel is all available on Amazon, and there's a link down below that helps the channel out. Doesn't cost you anything, but we get a nickel. Anyway, let's start things off with brake line. Again, listed down below. We got these pretty cheap kits that come with a bunch of fittings and stuff, and a 25-foot spool of the copper nickel line. This stuff is excellent. You can bend it by hand. It's easily formable and very forgiving. With that being said, not all of these are created equal, especially when it comes to the fittings. The ones I have down in the description of this video from Amazon I know are good. As you can see, I bought a bunch of them. We've been using them for years. The fittings on those are acceptable. There's other tools as well, such as a brake line straightener. That's a real convenient thing to have. Our fancy Capri flare tool listed down below. It's going to make doing these double-ended flares very easy, especially up in an area like that. There's some other fancy stuff that I bought once I've never used before, and some other tools in there, but basically you're going to need this guy and some brake line. If you're going to be doing a whole car, you can actually go ahead and spend the money on one of them. That's actually a great tool. Oh, and by the way, lev rack, the kings of storage for your shop. All these doors are on sliders. We've got shelves that we can put all our consumables in. Shelves with fronts, roll-out drawers, baskets, hanging racks, you name it. You can even put desks on the side or in front of these things. They're super modular and awesome, and thank you to LevRack for that. All right, we're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. And we're gonna need 4 of those. All right, let's make some brake lines. Now, unfortunately, upon further inspection, we decided that, believe it or not, these brake lines don't look very good. So we're gonna put a whole new rear one on. Oh, I remember what else we had to fix. The exhaust.
That's fine exhaust.
Well, look at that. It broke in 2 anyway. Well, it's a good thing we're replacing it. It would have broke up front. Let's make a new one of them. With that being said, we're actually gonna get the big guns out. The brake turret. Here you go, Tom. I'll run you through the process, just like your Tuesday night. And then we're gonna make sure on 45 degree, which is the side facing the turret. Throw that sucker in there. Turn this to 0. Flip this down. Then you push forward, and then lock the handle in. Then we'll go to operation 1. And then go to the orange one that says 2. And operation 2. And bam. Perfect double flare.
Magic. Oh, we forgot the nut.
Alright, there we go. That's the last bit. As you can see, I've got the handheld Capri tool up in here. This is what this one's good for, is getting up in these tight spots. I'll get this unbolted, bent, and hooked up. And then Tom's working on the rear lines back here, and we're going to have all new brake lines. Once again, if you're curious about any of this stuff and other stuff that I don't even mention in this video, what you've seen on the channel, there's Amazon links down below. Alright. Let's get to it. All right, our brakes down below are all wrapped up. We got new lines, new wheel cylinders, new hoses. That should be perfectly operable and safe, which is what we like. Now it's time to move up here, and since we have one laying around, we're gonna replace the master cylinder. Also because it's probably a good idea. I can't imagine that thing either works correct or for long.
Yeah.
I'm going to start digging into getting that guy off of there, hopefully not break those lines. In the meantime, Tom's going to go for V-belts and radiator hoses.
And maybe pull the carb off.
Oh yeah. Apparently that carburetor had seen some stuff at one point in life. It's missing the whole hoop on top that would hold the air cleaner on.
Hoop.
Oh, yummy. I don't understand how this worked.
What got us here?
That's not taking us anywhere ever again, though. Alright, I'm going to clean all that delicious goop inside there out next, and then verify my pedal length. I don't think we talk about this much, but no, that gets mentioned often. The push rod pedal length here for your brake, you see the threads and the adjustment. That is an adjustable item on some cars. This being said, I need that out of the trash. You want to verify the depth back here of your old master cylinder versus your new master cylinder and make sure that's the right length. Because if that's not the right length and you have a little gap, it will actually disable the ability to have boosted brakes. If you ever put a master on and you lose your vacuum booster effect, you probably need to adjust that length of that rod. And I think if you go too long, obviously it holds the brakes on. So yeah, double check the rod length right there. If you got booster problems or brake holding issues, you have to put new parts on, probably that guy. All right, let's go find that new one. Bingo. Boy, do we want to just put the whole, I mean, no, I don't want to go under the dash, but we could have put the whole thing on.
I know, I thought the same thing, but I'm not going under there.
Nope.
Any volunteers?
Angus.
Angus!
All right, our new master is in place, and Tom is doing some stuff over here.
This carburetor will never work again.
Oh no, we'll have to put a 4-barrel on.
Isn't that pretty? Oh look, there's even a nut of some kind right there.
Has that been there the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. Whatever it is.
It's a walnut in it. The 2-jet doesn't care. This thing had nuts.
It did have nuts.
Look at
Yum,
that.
yum. When we're done, we'll put it back.
Anyway, yeah, we need this. So we'll swap some stuff around, see what we can create. All right, there we go. What we're dubbing is a repaired carburetor.
It works. Guaranteed not to run, but
I don't know if it's fixed.
it's definitely not the same. Or whatever the term is.
That's the non-copyright version.
That's the dingus version.
The dingus version. All right, carburetor's on there. Let's see what it does. Whoa, angry. I figured it out. Fast idle's on this side. Boy, that thing runs good for a siege motor.
I can't believe how smooth that runs.
You don't need to rebuild your engine.
It's quiet. I guess it's not making any weird noise at all.
Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, well with that, we'll see you guys in the morning for brakes, exhaust, as we just discovered off camera, water pump, and a couple other last minute things. See you then. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, world.
We're back on the Pontiac today, as you can see. Today we're starting things off with some exhaust work. We theorized, looking at the way they cut this, the way they actually made this crazy double half header. They bent the pipe as one long straight piece and then folded it right in the middle, because that metal was folded around.
It was actually folded where that meets.
When we cut it off, we lost that, so we welded that back sealed. And now we're going to go ahead and put a new muffler in and fix all the rest of this so that this car's got a quiet exhaust.
It's quietish.
So that is where we're starting today, but beyond that, we do have a couple more things we need to accomplish. One thing I maybe mentioned, but we haven't shown on camera yet, yesterday when we were working on the radiator hoses and stuff, we realized that the water pump was completely shot. The bearings are bad, which we'll show you. But we've got ourselves a new water pump here this morning, a new muffler, and beyond those, we still need to bleed brakes and do belts and hoses. So we're almost there. With that being said, let's keep plugging forward on this, get all this patched back together, and get this car out of here.
Please.
All right, our beautiful creation.
Ready?
Yep.
We might have to go in my end first.
I think
or
I can-
further back.
I can probably stick it in further.
That's what she said.
Why did she say that?
Good point. Good point.
There we go. We have ourselves a complete sealed exhaust. Let's fire this thing up and see how it sounds or doesn't sound. It'll probably be the quietest thing we've ever heard. Yeah. I can see it. I can't hear it. That's exactly what we want. I mean, come on, it's a Pontiac Executive, not a hot rod. We want a nice, quiet ride. Cruise across the countryside. Don't even know what to run. How else is sealed? Good enough.
Good enough for me, good enough for girls you go out with.
All right, moving back up front for our last few items here. Tom, you want to show them why we decided our water pump's bad?
A little bit more play than they should have, since they should have none.
Yeah, if you have a water pump that does that, it's going to leak if it doesn't already, and it's likely going to throw belts as it quickly gets worse. So yeah, water pump is coming off, and in the meantime, I think I'm going to take our cart back off. Looks like we got a little float adjustment to do. Let's hop to it. Finish this sucker up. Getting close to the end. Yummy.
That's the good style impeller.
The cast
This
one?
is the bad impeller, but it's what we have. You can see why it wouldn't move anywhere near as much coolant.
So you're telling me it's not supposed to do that?
It's not supposed to do that. That's against the rules.
Yep, not what you want. That's better.
But if you got a Pontiac, and you, especially if it's a new one, you want to try to make sure you get the rebuilt pump and not a new one, because the rebuilts are usually still have the cast impeller, and the Chinese ones usually have this cheesy stamped one. This little tired 2-barrel probably won't notice. And then while you're at it, you try to get this plate as close as possible to this impeller, to the point where they almost rub, because then the water doesn't go around, it passes through like it's supposed to. So
I remember Butler mentioning that when we did the Bonneville. And you can also, if you're really looking for a coolant upgrade, you can go to the 72 plus style timing cover.
Whole different timing chain cover. Yeah.
And those have a better pump setup even yet, that flow even better. Yeah, this is the plate Tom's talking about. You can kind of shape this back cone down to get as close to these fins as possible. While Tom's working with that, getting all that cleaned up, I've got our carburetor back off because I pulled it apart to change our float height a little bit, and turns out our accelerator pump ripped when I put it together. Besides that, our base gasket was leaking, and if I gotta bust into a new kit to get the accelerator pump anyway, because they're specific and they don't match with the Edelbrocks, I might as well bust into the kit and get the new gaskets and go through this properly like we should have the first time. So that's what I'm up to. That's what he's up to. Let's keep working on this thing and get it out of here. Our goal is to get this done in 3 days, which today is day 3. So we're hoping to have this wrapped up. Is that it?
I've seen better stuff in a junkyard.
Well, Tom, you're supposed to say that at the beginning of the video.
Oh!
There she is. New water pump. Carburetor's been gone through. Got an exhaust on it. New brake lines, wheel cylinders, master cylinder. The fan's back on. New belts, hoses. Heater hoses even, and now she's all reassembled. About one thing left at this point.
Crash it?
Well, before that.
Burnouts.
We should probably make it look a little bit better.
Oh.
Then we can get to the fun stuff. Yeah, I think it's bath time. Actually, before bath time, there's one last thing I forgot. Tires! We did these off camera, but as you can see, we used our excellent bend pack mounter and balancer over there to mount up some new tires on some freshly powder coated rims. Thank you, Phoenix's Powder Coating in Nevada, for doing that. And with that, this sucker should be ready for a bath. Should we see if it'll move out of the stall on its own?
Well, I'll need the battery hooked up.
Alright.
I'm tough like that.
Yeah, real difficult to please this guy. Work. You got brakes? Oh yeah. Boosted 4-corner drums. The most ridiculous brakes ever.
Oh!
More brakes than motor. Look at that big beauty roll. Oh, forgot about that. It's so quiet now.
It is quiet.
No more engine noise, nothing. Alright, now I can say I think it's time for bath time.
It's really cold.
How cold?
That cold. All right.
Pull. Whoa!
Going for the distance.
Dr. Pepper? More like Dr. Poppers. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's go inside.
Oh, you took my nice tires and put them on this ugly car?
Yeah, for something we're not getting paid for, we're not going to get the buffer wheels out. But we will get the Comet wash out and see if we can bring this paint at least a little to life and give this car some shine. Let's do it. All right, Angus, show us the method to the Comet Watt Special.
All right, we've been over this before, but we're gonna fill our soap with Comet Wash, a little more, and we are going to, on a wetted surface, start
Wet
scrubbing.
basically. You want to hear it. Once she's talking to you like that, that means you got the good amounts of Comet on there. There's bleach in that, I believe, which helps with oxidization and stuff. Helps actually remove some rust off shit. But that super fine abrasion is what burns through that oxidized layer of paint on top and really helps with that. So yeah, it's, you know, $2 for a thing of Comet. So use a lot. It goes a long way. And then after we're done here, we're going to rinse this, and we have to come back a second time and actually physically scrub it while rinsing to get the film that it will develop off of it. I don't know what that is, but you have to do this twice. I'll grab a sponge and hop in and help you, I suppose.
That'd be great.
And nothing else going on, you know. Boy, that actually shined up more than I thought it would. What Angus is doing now is what we've formerly mentioned, which is go along with a clean sponge and no soap and rinse and flood the hell out of it as he wipes it, because he's wiping off that residue that the Comet leaves, and then he's rinsing it away. Very nice.
Very nice, very cool. All right.
Is that it? Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Not the shiniest Comet wash we've ever done, but that's kind of to be expected with, you know, really rough original black paint. All right, let's get everything loaded back into the sucker and take her home. I'm not gonna lie, I think I got uglier sitting here overnight.
Nonsense. It's a gorgeous beast.
The paint has, well, character to say the least.
It's kind of patina-ish.
Black is a hard color to get a patina out of. Regardless of how it looks, it does run and drive with new tires now.
Kind of exciting. I can't wait to give it a spin. Is you supposed to the heater works?
Wait, hang on. There's one last thing we have to do or we're going to die. Hold on. There we go. Now we can drive it.
Now we're safe.
That was a close one. All right, let's go give this thing a final test and get it ready to go back to the owner. Oh boy, this might take a little while.
I feel like you got to drive this car really slow.
I feel like that took 2 or 3 business days to pull out of the shop. Oh, it's quiet in here now.
It's quiet in here.
Holy cow.
I'm liking that.
Our exhaust repair job seems to have done pretty okay.
As long as we don't drag it off on our test drive.
It's been so long since we drove this last. Do you remember what was wrong?
It was loud and the tires all shook.
Oh, and the rear brakes didn't work.
The rear brakes were non-functional.
I'm gonna brace myself. How are the brakes? They're good. The brakes are great. Good. We do a damn good brake job.
Yeah, the pedal feels great. It's firm.
Oh. Hey, you made the blower work.
The blower came on.
I knew it'd come back. All you gotta do is floor it. This is a lap of luxury.
This is.
This is nice. You just can't.
60s luxury.
You can't beat big 4-door cruisers with a big block or 400, 455.
I mean, I bet
any
you can
brand.
roll 70 mile an hour down the highway and have this conversation. We're about to find out.
Yeah, I was gonna say something tells me we might know here in a minute.
How much fuel does this have in it?
I don't remember.
We could be running on fumes.
Probably. We've already done 15 miles. But surely this gets like 20 miles per gallon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're good. We got 4 left.
Well, that's 55.
Already?
That's 60.
It's dead silent.
It really
in
is
here.
quiet in here.
The window seals are all nice.
That's amazing. Of course, that's a postcard.
Yeah. The exhaust is quiet. And much like your Catalina, what you see, the hood, the paint's nice. So it feels like you're
in a real nice car.
It feels good. This thing's, it's perfect driver condition. You could redo the headliner, get all the mouse nests and everything out of it. You could clean up the interior and the rust in the gauges and all that. Paint the outside of the car.
Nice.
Steering wheel would be nice. But you could also just drive the shit out of it right now.
I mean, that's what the guy asked for. just like my Catalina, just
Yep.
being able to drive it.
And the stuff we did in this video is what I would consider the bare minimum for something that's reliable. Do your brake hoses, do your brake lines, your wheel cylinders, your master cylinder, radiator hoses, heater hoses. Make sure your water pump's good to go. Throw a new water pump on it. And then just drive it all summer.
Comically, it's the points, rotor cap, plugs, and wires that were on it when we dragged it over.
Probably original, honestly.
I wish it was Thursday. We could go to bingo.
Yeah, no kidding. This thing would be great at that. This thing would be great at any driving around. I mean, that's what these were made to do, and they do it damn well. Well, there you go, folks. That's that. That is how you take a formerly seized Pontiac and put it back on the road reliably. When it comes to unsticking a motor, GMs are the really easy ones because you can pull that inspection cover off and get up in there with a pry bar. Fords are a little bit trickier. The transmission doesn't have that cover on it, so you can't get to the flywheel. I've always theorized that you could drill a hole in the bell housing.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have much to lose, right?
A lot of bell housings had big factory holes in them back then, so yeah, I wouldn't be worried about strength. Beyond that, once you get her unstuck, do your usual belts, brakes, and hoses, and then just enjoy it. You don't have to have a shiny, beautiful car to have some fun, and that is what we're all about here on Junkyard Digs.
Stuttering a little.
She's pinging pretty good too. We might need to back that timing down a little bit.
It's a high compression motor. It's 10 and, was it 10 1/4 to 1?
Yeah, and we probably put 87 ethanol in it.
That may not have been the wisest idea, I suppose.
When do we ever have wise ideas?
Good point. We wouldn't be driving around right now in this thing if we were smart.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for joining us here on the channel. Don't forget to check out the new banners and stuff available at junkyarddigs.com. If anyone has a car that's been sitting around and they're a little nervous about getting the work done themselves, or they don't have time for it or whatever, and you would like your car to be up and running, Tom might be interested in help you out there. I'll leave an email right up here that you can get a hold of him at. You're going to have to do all the hauling, though. We're not going to come get it, and it's most likely not going to be on camera. But Tom is for hire sometimes.
Yeah, he's lazy, but...
Yeah, terrible mechanic. Worst body man I ever met.
Yeah.
Probably can't even unstick a Pontiac motor.
Not twice.
If we had to unstick this a second time, something's went terribly wrong.
That's true.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you right here for another one next week. Peace. A big bruising Pontiac.
It's still weird that it's black with blue interior. Huh?
The Bruiser.